I hate stand-up. I love it.
No, you love stand-up. You hate comedians.
I hate the scene.
You hate comedians.
So
Yeah.
much. I hate the scene so much.
Oh, the scene is dog shit. And it's only gotten
so
worse.
bad.
That's the thing.
It's
It's gotten so much worse. People who are new to the scene
to
don't
try
know.
way harder.
Yes.
Dude, and we're back.
We're back.
From the
Black Republican
hiatus.
Podcast.
We were gone for a couple weeks.
Hiatus. Daddy was working.
Automotive
you know?
issues. You were
Well-
actually
well-
just ranting about Domino's, how you want to go back to the pizza game.
I mean, I can't go back, but that was my best job.
Why
that was
can't
my
you go
favorite
back?
job of all time. Was working Domino's for 5.5 years. That was the best fucking job.
Why can't you go back?
Because I fucking already graduated. So all the Domino's I worked at, they're all the ones around me I've worked at. So they know me. So they know Judy finished school already. Why are you coming back? It's like a regress. But also, most of the shifts you work are like dinner, and that's what mics are.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
that's
the
true.
thing.
That's
like,
true.
you could work the morning shift, but not a lot of people are ordering pizza in the morning. You're not going to
No.
make good money then.
Yeah.
So you have to do like the night shift. But that was the best because you work 4 to 5 hours. Weekends, you'd work 1 10-hour shift. If you made $60 to $80 a day, fucking chill. Sometimes 40. Who gives a fuck? That's great. $40 when my expenses were $400 a month. Are you kidding me? In a week, I would make my expenses. The rest was just disposable income.
But it's
which
not
was so much fun.
2016 anymore, Chudier.
No, that
If
was
you're making $60 a day, you're gonna die.
yeah.
You die quickly.
Inflation's a bitch.
Dude, that's survival mode in Minecraft, bro.
Yeah.
You are gonna die soon.
That was the life for 5.5 years though. That's my expenses were that low. My expenses never went above 700 for like 8 years. So that was like fucking cush, bro.
What are your expenses now?
Student loans, those are a couple hundred, and then rent is like it went from 400 to 600, like 50.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you guys are splitting a 3. That's 1,300 for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But it used to be 800 for 3 years, and then now they're jacking it up every year. Yeah, 800 for a 2-bed, 1-bath.
Bro, you need to have rent control.
We were grandfathered in, us and a bunch of other tenants there, because we got in there right after they remodeled that place because it was just a dog shit place, and so they got us in early, and they're like,
Yeah.
you keep renewing your contract every 6 months to 1 year on this lease, then we'll just prorate you for the same rate. And so
Right.
so it was a great deal.
Not
It's
bad.
right. It's a great location
But now it's 1,300.
because that whole place is I mean inflation, but also that whole place, like the apartments around that are all crazy expensive. The houses, the value went up, so they want to make money. I get it. You're there to make money, so it's like you're gonna jack it up every year. So yeah, I mean this year they're gonna jack it up again.
That's so
too.
fucked up that how they can just like
Basically every
raise
6
the
months
cost
they raise
of-
the rent. Yeah,
God.
yeah.
I remember I got bumped up in a 1-bedroom apartment that I had. It was $1,150, which is already way too much.
That's a lot.
And then they were
yeah.
bumping it up to $1,300 for a 1-bedroom.
No.
And I was like,
it's not even a nice 1-bedroom.
It's
too, I bet.
downtown Chandler.
Oh my
and they're like,
God.
oh, it's nice. I'm like, have you
No.
seen the ghettos around
Yeah.
here? I cross Arizona Avenue. All of a sudden, it's just tire shops and guns.
Yeah,
Fuck no.
it's fucking ridiculous.
It's carnicerias and tire shops.
Yeah,
After that.
there's no rent control.
There is no, unless we can just live in the village, in Greenwich Village,
Yeah,
and
well,
just get AIDS.
Well,
And
now
we'll
the
get-
Greenwich Village is crazy expensive. It's hip now.
Wait, don't you get like free rent if you have AIDS? No, it's just free medication, right?
Yeah.
In New York.
Yeah. In New York, part of the reason why it sucks now. I mean, it's still great. I don't think it sucks, but that's why it's so expensive. Is because like it used to be affordable for like artists to like live there and be broke and eat at bodegas and McDonald's all the time, and it's like yeah, you can afford it. But then all this money came in, and all these rich kids, and now all these rich kids move in, and it's
Fucking
like it
rich
jacks
kids,
up the prices for everything. So it's like you have to move all the way out in Queens if you want to live in New York City. And
Which
it's like, that's so
technically
far
is
away.
that even New York City at that point? Really?
Yeah, at that point, it's just an immigrant stronghold. It's just all these, thick, heavy accent people in their restaurants,
How big do you
But if you wanna
think
live
a
in Manhattan or
Chinatown would be in
Brooklyn or anywhere.
Phoenix?
How what?
How big do you think a Chinatown would be in Phoenix? Because we don't really have
We don't
one.
have a lot of Asians.
We don't have a lot. I'm thinking
Yeah.
like half a block.
Yeah.
Like it would be
It'd
very,
be
very
nothing.
small.
Yeah, because we did stay in Chinatown, and that was like its own city. It was
Yeah, it's
crazy.
pretty big.
It was
Yeah.
really big, and it was like we were in China. So many Asians.
I don't know. I mean, the smell was definitely that was OG
the
China right there.
Remember, there were so many like Chinese restaurants with like the signs and everything, and like so many old Chinese people we were seeing walking by, young
so
Chinese
many
kids.
power squats.
We walked by. Remember, we were eating the pizza at that Korean like synagogue, like
Korean synagogue. Yeah, it was. It was a Korean synagogue.
So it's like at 1:30 in the morning. So it's like. Yeah.
And then that scary BMW white guy came
the
up.
Scary white guy
with an overfitted watch that's loose as hell on his wrist.
And a fitted hat, just blasting rap. Not even looking at it, just staring forward like, oh, is this a sign that like
there's no one else on the street. It's a dark street in Chinatown. We're just eating dollar slices.
Eating dollar slices after I just got a name and not a phone number from a cutie.
Sick. Success. And then we're fucking celebrating with some pizza, and he just pulls up and just keeps looking
our first
straight
day. We're
forward.
exploring the city.
And I bet he assumed that we were maybe looking for something.
Yeah, or maybe I mean, what I think. What I think we both think is like he was like, "This is my block. Get the fuck out of here."
And he saw my fur coat.
Yeah, he saw your first coat. He saw us with like dollar slices of pizza. He's probably thinking like he's probably like a native New Yorker, and he's like, "Motherfuckers don't just you see tours all the time. They don't just sit on a stoop to eat pizza.
Oh, it was a bad neighborhood.
They would
too.
eat it at the restaurant, not come on my block."
I have such bold like confidence.
Yeah,
because I've been. People have tried to rob me, but it's never just like a mugging situation where people are like, "Give me your money." See?
Did you hear Andrew's story of almost getting robbed?
No, wait.
When he went to New York by himself.
Yeah.
He like got lost, and he was like trying to go to like a spot, and some guy was like, "Hey, I gotta talk to you about something." Some random stranger, and he's like, "No, I'm good." And the guy like kept on following him, and then Andrew like started booking it with his fat self and just fucking sprinted as fast as he could away from it. And he's like, "I think a guy's trying to rob me." And he like told me, I'm kind of butchering the whole story, but yeah, that's the gist of it. I'm pretty sure he's drunk too, which makes it extra worse because drunk Andrew is extra confident, and you're in a city you've never been to by yourself. You have no protection. You have nobody watching your back.
Dude, it was a big apple in the Big Apple.
Yeah, it was a bigger apple in the Big Apple.
Yeah, drunk as hell. I remember getting a phone. Well, Charlie got a phone call from him in the morning of him telling his escapades of like taking the wrong train all the way up to fucking Bronx and then having to come back
all the
down.
way to Coney Island and
He went all the way up and then all the way back down to Coney.
You guys listen, Coney Island is literally the last stop.
Yeah.
It's the last stop. So you have to go so far away in order to get there. It's like over an hour.
And a metro worker just poked him and he's like, hey
bro, you gotta get the fuck
out of here. It's 5 a.m. Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. But when we went, that guy, he was probably just seeing 2 dope boys on the corner.
Yeah.
Me and my fur coat, and then
I think that was his sign of you shouldn't be here. Because you guys, this guy was driving a BMW 5 Series, really nice black, and he was blasting rap music like so loud, like where you couldn't even hear yourself talk. So it's like that's so aggressive that late at night, and he pulled up on the opposite side. So that was oncoming traffic.
Oh yeah,
lane,
you're right.
And that's where he stopped. So it's like none of this checks out. And then he didn't say anything. He just was parked in front of us.
Didn't even look at us.
Didn't even look at us. Was just looking straight ahead. And me and you just got up and just started walking away. Like, this is not good.
Damn.
Man. Also, people have guns in New York. Like, there are shootings there. So that's another thing. They can acquire guns illegally. So that was another thing that tripped me out. I was like, this guy has a gun. He could just shoot us, you know.
And honestly, all we needed at that moment was a good guy with a gun.
Oh
if we had a good guy with a
This is the Arizona in you coming out.
Yeah. I mean, every time I walk into a bank and the only person who has a gun on their hip is the 16 an hour security guard who just stopped committing crime, I'm not feeling safe. I need to see a couple denim jacket cowboys, not even in the line. They're just hanging out, just having a sip of the water from the cooler.
Exactly.
Deagle on their fucking hip.
That's Arizona. That's exactly like Jim Jeffries' joke when he's like talking about the guns thing, and he's like, people say security guards should be at school, and he's like, security guards get paid like 16 an hour, not enough wiggle room to be a fucking hero.
For real.
It's like, for real. And they get no training. Meanwhile, cops are still killing black children, like in the masses, and they have months of training.
Oh, what's his last name? Tyree Michaels.
Oh, Tyree Michaels, yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
I didn't watch it.
I watched it. It was horrible.
How long is it? I couldn't watch it.
The clip I saw was only 2 minutes. But it was crazy aggressive. And I saw it without sound, and then I saw it with sound. And it was horrible. And you could tell, like, He was just scared. Because
Yeah.
they
were just screaming at
they're
him.
like, put your hands behind your back, and they're like fucking pinning him to the ground, and he's like, okay, and they're just like being crazy aggressive, and then they punched him, and like his house is literally a block away, so he's trying to get to his parents' place because he still lives with his parents, and he was trying to get there.
Jesus Christ!
And then like once they started beating him up, like it was horrible because like they would just like one guy was holding him up, and the rest would just get licks in.
Jesus
and then he was
Christ.
knocked out, and they're still beating the shit out of him.
They may as well have just RoboCop
And then he
the guy.
died. Yeah, that's. I mean, they pretty much.
That's
did.
somehow less brutal.
And you know this task force is called like the Scorpion Task Force. It's to be tougher around bad neighborhoods because bad neighborhoods said they need more policing, and so they got like these task force of these fucking dudes that just want to kick teeth in.
It
doesn't matter if they're
like
black
they've
or white.
done it before.
Oh, they have.
And without the street
Yeah.
lamp footage,
Oh yeah, they would have
what
gotten
would
away
we
with
have known?
After that, it came out that there's been a lot of complaints about them from other people that they beat the shit out of in that area. Where it's like, yo, this task force is aggressive as fuck. They're just beating they're just like roided out dudes that don't give a shit.
Oh, I thought you wanted more police. Ugh, dude, I hate that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry to get so political on the Black Republican podcast,
political,
guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, that's just fucking brutal. On
They
a
just
lighter
wanna
note,
watch this, they've
talking
been
about
like, well, I mean, he should have complied with the cops. I mean, they were black people. Couldn't even said like my niggas or something, you know?
you couldn't even hit a Brandon Casey on them and just
Oh
try
my
to
God.
ingratiate yourself with an N-word.
Oh my god.
He's also 6'5" and like
Yeah.
yeah. He looks like he has dad strength. Like he has a beer belly.
Yeah, he's like 37 or something.
But I bet
Yeah.
he can lift some people up by their shirt.
Oh yeah, I bet he's gotten some scraps before. Yeah, definitely.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Woodshed was hilarious. Me hosting because when I was I feel really bad for this, but when I was bringing up Aldo,
your intro for me was this guy can't keep a job for 2 weeks. Like what the fuck?
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah,
bro, I'm sorry.
I was like, what the fuck, son?
I drank some Wild Turkey 101 to start the night.
Oh, you were drunk as fuck. But I was like, come on, bro. That's
flying
almost
around.
as bad as Charlie Jr. has never gone on a trip with this guy intro.
Oh, I mean, well, that was just straight up mean. I don't know what joke I was going for, but it did not land with
I
you.
was just like, yo, this guy can't keep a job for 2 weeks. And I was like, well, that's not fucking. And then I talked about my Amazon job for a little bit.
Hell yeah, dude.
I bombed. It was rough. It was a rough
show.
There was that table of comics. Like there were some good moments where there's that table of that guy who's a new comic. I don't know what his name is.
Jose.
Yeah, I think that's his name. And him and his friends were like, he bombed earlier, and then they just sit in the front and then just cross arms, stone faced at every comic, and it's like, bro, just go in the back or something. Like this is weird. And I was trying to interact with them. I was like, ask them questions, just trying to bounce off them, and just nothing, giving me nothing. And that just annoyed me. I'm like, come on, just don't sit in the front if you're not going to interact.
Yeah.
Like, or enjoy the show.
I mean, that one table was interacting way too much.
I hate that table.
Dude,
that table needs to die. Fuck that table.
Hecklers.
They're there every week. They fucking hate comedy.
They don't even say. Yeah, they don't
hate
like
comics.
comedy.
They don't like comedy, but they do it because their lives suck. So they're like, we can pick on people. It comes from a place of power because we're playing to the audience. So they're like, oh, we're above you.
Yeah.
And so
I feel
they will
bad for
do
the
everything
guys.
they can.
I saw that woman like smacking the guy's face and like grabbing his face, like listen to me, and like
I did not see
dogging
that.
him, dude.
Yeah, I called her fat because she said men ain't shit, and I was like, oh, men ain't shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, the only women that say that are women that are over 2 bills. and then I was like, who's this man that ain't shit? Burger King, And then I just started making fun of her.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember
she was fucking
clocking back in for that.
I fucking hate her. Yeah, she's there every week. Her and that crew, and they just heckle comics, and they're like, remember that one guy, fucking what's his name, Manifest Destiny, or as he used to be called, nigga shit. It was like that, where like Manifest
Jesus
would like
Christ.
ruin like people's sets, kind of multiple people, by just yelling and like being like antagonistic towards a bit if somebody said something racial or sexist.
Guys, for the listeners, this guy is he would go up on stage sometimes, and it's a loud dive bar mic.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes no one's paying attention to you, especially later on in the night, and he'd be like, "Hey, excuse me, everybody. Hey, excuse me," and he would just yell at people to be quiet. And that was the whole set. You know what I mean? I hate that shit.
The whole set.
It doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that?
I think he said he was doing comedy for like 15 years, which bullshit. Maybe you did a mic 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm. I've been making people laugh my whole
regular
life, guys.
audience members that don't like comedy make me want to die. I hate them so.
But
they make
ruining
me think murder
night.
is okay.
But we're ruining their
But
night.
we're there every week, so they know. So just go on a different night.
But you know those bars that
the regulars that enjoy comedy,
dude.
I respect those, right?
Yes.
Like Tavern has a few regulars that I always see. I don't know their names, but they know me, and they're always like, "Oh, that was a good set," or "That was this."
KJ's roommate.
Yes,
he loves comedy.
Adam's awesome. Loves comedy.
Great,
comes out.
Great audience member.
He was telling me he's at Woodshot. He's been friends with KJ since they were in high school.
That's really cool.
And they're like 40s now, so it's like they've known each other for over 20 years.
Yeah, they're really close.
And it's like, and he goes to a lot of comedy shows. Like that's great. People like Adam, we love.
Mm-hmm.
But people like that table, get the fuck out of here. Please die. You're ruining my night.
Dude,
most of us look forward to comedy all day, and you're ruining it.
She would it's not even funny heckles either. It's just
that's what
you're a bad person. I'm like, yo, don't.
They're literally trying to ruin your day because they feel like shit. It's a reflection of themselves. I want you to feel less than because I do.
Yo,
that's what they're doing.
But imagine
they're
being
not happy
a regular
people.
at a bar.
Yeah,
that's a dark life.
Yeah.
Imagine just going to a bar for fun.
It's the darkest life. Unless you own that bar, and even then, like maybe you own the bar, it's a work of passion. It's like that. Yeah. It's like that play, A Raisin of the Sun. Have you seen that?
No.
It's also a movie. All right, I'm not trying to act cultured. I don't fucking watch plays all the time.
Have you seen this play? That's also a movie.
I'm like an NYU play right now. It's like get the fuck out of here, bro. But there's a play called Raisin in the Sun. We had to watch it for high school, but it's a great play. There's a movie. I recommend you guys watch the movie. It's a great movie. P. Diddy directed it. Yes.
Diddy did it?
Yep, he directed it. He directed the play. I mean the movie version. He didn't write or direct the real play, but he directed the play. And the mom from the Cosbys is his mom.
Okay.
And it takes place in the 60s, and it's P. Diddy who's the oldest. His sister is a black actress. I've seen her on a few shows. I forgot what her name is. Black actress. She's very smart. She's astute. She just finished college. She's about to go to medical school. Okay. And it's them two, their mom, and their dad just died. And he had a life insurance policy where he gets $100,000. And with that $100,000, the whole play is them saying, what are we going to do with this money, right? I'm going to give it to my kids. And it's going over like their trauma, parents raising them, all this stuff. And so the mom decides, okay, I'm going to give $10,000. She's like a God-fearing woman. She loves God, loves Jesus. And her son, P. Diddy, wants to start a bar. That's his thing. He's like, Mom, I'm going to start a bar. It's going to be the best fucking bar in the whole city of New York. It's going to be great. And he's like, this is what I want, Mom. And she's like, that's the devil's work. I don't want to give you this $10,000 to use it for the devil. And he's like, but Mama, this is my dream. And she's like very adamant on not giving him this money for it. And then at the end, she caves. She goes, I have to support you as a mother. Even though I don't agree with you starting a bar, this is your dream. So she gives him the money. So she has $20,000, and so $10,000, like $20,000 left. So $10,000 to him, $10,000 to his sister for medical school, and so she gives it to him. And then at the end, this is a spoiler, but in the end, all the money's gone.
Oh, it's the devil's work.
Well, here's what happened. She gives him the money. She gives him the $20,000. She says, "Give 10 to your sister. Yep. You will keep the other 10." And so some shady backdoor dealer was like, "Give me the $20,000. I'll write you the deed for this bar, and it's all yours." So he gives the $20,000. The guy just leaves. He just fucking dips, and that's how it ends. It was like him telling his mom, like, the guy fucking took everything, and she's like, and she's like, "Okay, this is your $10,000 half. You still have $10,000 for his sister." He's like, "No, I gave him everything."
Oh my God.
And then like she's just crying, and that's how the movie ends. But it's a really good movie.
I thought it was going to end with like a tale of black excellence.
No. It was going to start off that way, and it just ends with like his mom and his sister crying because now his sister's like, I can't pay for medical school. I really wanted to help people, and the mom's like, but it shows like I don't know. I saw it a long time ago. I recommend you guys watch it. It still is a good movie because like not every movie has to be this amazing fucking like fucking what's a movie? There Will Be Blood. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah. That movie, it doesn't have a happy ending. It goes through Daniel Plainview. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. But it's like, it's not happy at the end. Daniel Plainview is a fucking sociopath.
Absolutely.
The guy is just all about money and winning. He loves beating people. It's that Michael Jordan thing is like where he'll go and play golf and he'll bet you $20 and someone will go, you've made like $400 million like this year. Like, what do you need $20 for?
No, it's the mentality.
And it's like, no, I want your money in my pocket. And that's what he said. I want your money in my pocket. I don't care about the $20. I just like that I took your money and I won it fair and square. You know, it's that same mentality.
That's for sure a needle cap right there. That's so sick, dude.
Oh my god! And meanwhile, there's little children. Like look at like a toddler in the swing.
For real.
And somebody that just did heroin this morning.
The other way, but those teenagers over there are like really macking out, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
That would be child pornography.
I noticed that. I noticed that.
That'd be CP real quick, dude.
I hope they're teenagers. What is it with fucking goddamn teens just like full on making out in public displays of affection? It's disgusting.
I was a big you've heard my story. I literally got caught doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was kind of private, but especially like right before class,
It was in the stairwell.
Dude,
I get
always.
that. You were still hidden. You weren't. You weren't in the open
but
space.
like in passing periods and shit.
Yeah.
Bro. Don't even get me close to those lockers, bro. I'd be like,
Jesus Christ,
dude.
I fucking hate this.
Dude, light skin mode activated. I just like.
Yeah, fucking Drake in here.
Yeah, Drake starts playing in the background from an unknown source. They're like, where the fuck is? What the hell?
Like what?
Yeah.
Champagne Poppy fucking over here.
Oh, recommendation that I had was on Netflix. It's called You People.
Oh yes,
and it stars Jonah Hill,
Eddie Murphy,
whose mom is
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yes,
who plays Elaine.
Dreyfus from
she's
Seinfeld,
yeah.
and she's supposed to be his mom. Mm-hmm. Jonah Hill looks like dog shit.
Yeah,
he looks terrible.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no,
she's beautiful,
dude. She looks amazing, bro. Yeah. She hasn't aged a day since '93.
Yeah, she's still hot.
She's still hot. I don't even know how old she is.
I saw her in Black Panther 2. And she was yeah, she plays a Marvel character, like one of the agents, like one of the.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and let me
who are you
out.
texting right now?
I'm looking up how old she is, but
bitches.
She could get all this dick. All right, she has to be
that, Dreyfus?
Because Seinfeld's in his 60s. She's around his age. She's 62, bro.
She's 62.
Yeah,
bro, you're a distinguished gentleman when you're thinking about.
Oh, she can get it. I mean, she still looks amazing. 62.
You do have to say that 6-year-olds nowadays are the hottest 6-year-olds I've ever been.
That's true, by far.
Absolutely.
But I will say she does come from money.
And you come for money.
No, I'm just saying her dad's a billionaire.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, like, people who come from money, this is a common thing, and athletes too,
are bad at sex.
They marry really hot chicks.
Yes.
And then if their daughter gets half those genes, their daughter's a babe.
Yes, true.
So I feel like that's the commonality usually.
So how are we going to find dime piece? Oh yeah, back to You People. It's all right. It's
if you
cool.
want to have cute kids, you marry a super dime piece, and most of the time the kids will be cute. Sometimes you'll get a daughter that looks just like you, and you're like, sorry, honey.
Sorry,
I'm
you
sorry.
got daddy's face.
You make a handsome woman.
Yeah,
but I'm sorry you didn't get your mom's hot genes.
You had a daughter who had your face, but none of your brain. So it was just your dog-brained wife who just like who's like, I want to go shop. And she's a great volleyball player, but a ditz. Yeah. Like she has nothing going on. Your kid's gonna be tall, ugly, and dumb.
Oh yeah,
just
that would
like
suck.
you.
That would suck. I would fucking hate that.
Oh,
well, that's
man.
why I could never settle down with a dumb chick. Dumb chicks annoy me.
I don't want a ginger kid. That's my big worry.
Yeah.
Is that even if they have a valid argument,
you're not going to start a ginger family like that one girl
no.
in Stranger Things that plays a redhead.
No.
Her whole family's gingers.
So unfortunate.
Her mom and dad gingers. All her siblings gingers. It's like 5 ginger. It's like a whole ginger family.
Dude, that's too much.
It's insane.
You see them at Disneyland just covered up in like cabana hats out to here.
Yeah, they have SPF 4000.
They're all constantly like in the line wiping each other. Yeah. Dude, it's bad.
Insane.
I got sunburned through a sweater at Disneyland. It was fucked, dude.
That's insane.
It was bad.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can't control it with the whole ginger thing.
I can't.
Because you don't know if she has her genes. She could be a brunette. True. She could have straight black hair. No, but that's why
I need to have babies with like native, Latina, black. Like I need to diverge the furthest. I need the strongest Punnett square to beat the shit out of my genes. Fuck. I know. I'm scared.
Blake Griffin. He's a black ginger.
Ice Spice.
Yeah, his dad's black, but his dad clearly has a white ginger in his family. In his lineage, that's why he's a ginger.
I went to school with a black ginger named Thaddeus.
Yo, shout out to Thaddeus.
Dude, he had the Morgan Freeman freckles.
That's the blackest name ever.
Thaddeus. Yeah, dude.
Thaddeus DeMarcus III.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that's why I wanted derive my genes as far as they can be from my nasty potato picking shit.
Yeah.
Have we talked about how the potato famine is hilarious? How essentially Ireland ran out of French fries and everyone's girlfriend was like, well, we can't live here anymore.
Yeah.
I've just thought it's just like everyone migrated because it's just potatoes that they lived on. And they're like, yeah, we're done here.
Yeah. And mind you, they had an abundance of lobsters where they're like, ew, those bugs. And they just threw
they
them
thought
away.
it is bugs.
It is.
It is.
It's the same.
It's also delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like, fucking
like,
disgusting.
Get out of here.
Wait, it doesn't have mud on it?
Yeah.
I don't want it.
I know. Potatoes are
from
insane.
the dirt.
Yeah.
And lobsters are from like...
Potatoes are fucking... Yeah. They're amazing, but they're literally trash.
Yeah.
They're trash food.
I'm pretty sure that some pilgrims... There was a job in Maine in the settlements to go out and murder lobsters because they were seen as monsters.
Oh
so imagine just picking up a big-ass lobster.
We're recording. Okay, we are.
Imagine picking up a big old like lobster that nowadays is like $200 and just bashing it over a rock.
That would be wild.
That
would be wild, bro. Absolutely.
Like eight-legged freaks. Like you think you're a fucking hero just lighting these motherfuckers up. Yeah.
That would be fucking insane, bro.
What would be your favorite like peasant pilgrim job to have?
Well, I would probably be a slave.
Well, all right. But beyond that, dream bigger, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine
if I wasn't that, I would probably be like a TA at a university.
Oh, but that's not really like a peasant job, you know what I mean?
I guess.
You think you're a clergyman? You're like, wait, I would be a slave, but if not, obviously I'm a clergyman who's a TA.
Yeah, because I'd just be reading all the time and telling the fucking professor what I read. And then he'd just take my fucking theories and then make him his own. Yeah. And then in the meantime, I would just bang all the students and have...
I feel like the professor's definitely banging you, right?
He would try. And then I'd summon my African ancestors. And they would give me their strength.
You said, Dreyfus, get over here.
Yeah. I'd be like He-Man. I'd be like, I have the power! And then Dkumbe would give me his powers, my great-grandfather. And I would... use my strength against him and kill him. But yeah, peasantry. I mean, it depends on what peasantry in America. A lot of it is like farming.
I could see you as like a town-to-town con man.
I mean, maybe, but I
would.
I don't like conning people though. I would love to. I wish I was more sociopathic.
Yeah.
So that I could just scam people off like crypto and shit, and just their grandparents' life savings. But consciously, I could never do that. That's such a horrible thing to do.
I had a couple friends into scamming, and it was hilarious. They're like, oh, especially during the pandemic. Oh, man, dude, if you guys are still out there free.
Oh, yeah. And there are some great scams. I think I told you. I heard of people who, like, worked at, like, bars or restaurants that friends owned, and they would get unemployment because they got fired, but they would work under the table, so they wouldn't be on the clock. So they just work for tips, and they'd make hundreds of dollars, like, during bars during the pandemic, and then get also $800 a week from unemployment. So they were just fucking making bread. But then they were spending it like crazy. So then by the time they open up, it's all gone. It's all gone. I had a great time. It's all gone. You know, all these people.
Dude, speaking of all gone, I got my taxes back, and I only served last year.
I have to file a tax.
So I claimed when I got my taxes back $33,000, and that's what I claimed.
Rich. Baby.
So that's already within the 1% of earners in the world.
Yeah, and
that's what I claimed. So some days it would be
1% of earners in the world, 50% of earners in America.
Yeah, absolutely. And on top of that, I probably didn't claim a lot of it. So really, it's probably 40.
Yeah.
Where is it?
How much did you owe?
Where'd it go?
Oh
no! Actually, I filed my taxes today.
And you also live with your parents.
I'm getting $400 back.
And you also live with your parents for like half the year, so you weren't paying rent for like half that year.
It's gone. It's all gone.
It's gone.
On what, Seth? Fucking microphones and
no, it's
camera
not.
Free. The audio interface. $100.
That's the thing. Most comics aren't good with money.
Oh, I'm actually pretty good comparatively, but dude,
still horrible.
Celia's so bad with money.
Yeah.
She's the worst. Like yesterday she hit me up. She's like, do you love me enough to smoke me out? I'm like, I don't love myself enough to go get weed right now. So I can't do it.
You're like, I'm having withdrawals, okay?
Dude, honestly, I am. I've only smoked
a smoke shop right now.
Daddy's only smoked a tad bit today, and it was right before this. So I'm even keeled now. But
yo, that's another thing. Fucking weed, you know, it's legal it was it's popping. We'll still talk about weed.
Yeah.
But you know, I got into stocks during the pandemic, and so
FanDuel has ruined many of my friends' lives.
Yeah. Well, I got into stocks, and the stocks was a smart thing because I made a lot of money, and it was all gone. I made well over 14,000 in 9 months. All gone.
During the pandemic, it was crazy. Were you just hitting the AMC, GameStop bullshit?
Yep, AMC, GameStop, and also wheat stocks. Because I had no job, so all I was doing was stand up. I was taking it was my senior year of college, so I was taking like 4 or 5 classes all online. So I would do just stand up, and then
professional,
and then on
micer,
Sunday,
dude.
all day I would just do my homework and my modules and write papers and do that. And so I only worked school 1 day a week, and then I didn't have an actual job. But I got to research. So during the day, when I was done writing jokes, I would like fucking research. I go down the rabbit holes. I would look at companies' margins. What did they make last quarter? What did they make this year? What were their stock for the past 3 years?
I see you with like 5 monitors.
Yeah.
But it's at a McDonald's.
But
it zooms out and you're in a McDonald's.
It's literally a phone at a Burger King I walk to. I'm waiting for my original chicken sandwich.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
dude, original chickies are not bad.
Dude, it works. Dude,
the oblong sandwiches.
Dude,
they hit.
Dude, one of the happiest times of my life was I was at a Burger King, no car, during the pandemic. I was going to Burger King to get an original chicken sandwich. I looked at my portfolio on my account, and my portfolio was up $2,000 that day. And I withdrew the money, and the next morning hit my checking account.
And then you heard,
I remember,
order 73.
Yeah, and I remember just withdrawing the money and being like, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. This
still
is amazing.
no
and
car.
I'm going to go to Charo tonight.
That didn't change your life. Your life is still in shambles.
No, my life was beautiful then.
Yeah,
I had thousands of dollars in the bank. Who cares?
No, but that's but what I'm saying is, it's not like your life changed after that moment. It's actually that was the high peak of the roller coaster, and baby, we're 70 feet below now.
Yeah, no, it's a peak. But I was gonna tell a story of when I got into stocks and weed stocks specifically because weed is popular. It's legal here. It's getting more popular in the country, and there's a particular weed stock that I'd been watching for weeks. And actually a few months. And I was like, this is going to pop. I just don't know when. It could be in the next year. It could be in the next 2 years. But this is going to pop.
Yeah.
And I need to just put money in it now. And I spent all the money. I didn't invest in it. At the time, it was $62 a share. Eventually, it was like $5 a share. I would have made a pretty penny if I just invested then. But
wait, did you say 5 from 62?
62 cents a share to $5 a share.
Yeah, you said $62.
No, 62 cents a share.
Oh yeah, you would have made nice money.
$5. I would have made. I did the math like.
And how much did you claim on your taxes that year? What'd you claim for?
I claimed the appropriate amount. I actually paid. I owe taxes.
Oh really?
Yeah. I do the right thing. That's the thing. I told you. I do the right thing. I'm not Garrick Feast.
Not me, dog.
All right. I was pissed because I was like,
we gotta stop talking about.
I was like,
Garrick
I'm so
shit,
broke and I'm
getting
paying
bad.
taxes right now.
I'm pretty sure the IRS is just gonna show up and break his fucking legs at this point.
He's gonna have a RICO case against him. Let's not.
That's one of my favorite clips of my podcast ever. Is where he's just like, I don't even pay taxes. Yeah. Like, no, don't say that. You can't say that you don't pay them.
When he said I make too much money.
You fucking reach.
I fucking love
He's
Garrick.
the funniest person ever, man.
I absolutely love Garrick.
Oh, but back at Woodshed, when I was bringing up Aldo, I said, hey, we got to get him out of here because he's underage or some bullshit. I just made some joke of him being underage. And then Chanda came up and she's like, hey, never bring up that someone's underage in the bar. I'm like,
you
okay.
Can't do that. Yeah, you cannot.
Sorry, my bad. Can I get another Bud Light?
Were you there? Were you there when you actually weren't? Were you there when Shanda kicked that guy out? That drunk black guy with the glasses?
No, I was in the bathroom.
I'm just describing me.
Yeah, I saw him like drinking that shit. And like, they don't have Mike's Harder in here. And then when she found it, she was like, "Hey, who the fuck brought this?" And then I was like, "Hey, I think it's," because he signed up on the list, and we were like 5 comics in. And he's like, "Hey man, so like when am I gonna go up?" And I'm like, every one of these people gets 5 minutes, so about 2 hours.
Yeah.
He's like, all right. And then he kept on pestering me.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that he was drinking outside drink, I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything, but if I get questioned, I'm gonna answer.
He was out of it.
That's not snitching, bro. That's just me saying, nah, he's an asshole, and please get him out of here.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a douchebag. I guess she asked Garrick whose Mike's Harder was, and she said, "Is it his?" And she pointed at me, and Garrick's like, "No." And she's like, "Are you sure it's not his?" And Garrick's like, "Junior doesn't drink." And then she's like, and then she asked me, she goes, "Is this yours?" And I go, No. And then she asked the other guy, is this yours? And he goes, yeah. And she goes, get the fuck out.
Okay, maybe the thing is because I said the
And
taller black guy with glasses.
Yeah.
She went directly to you.
Yeah.
And
because I realized that guy was a tall, skinny black guy with glasses.
Because it was me, you, and then him.
And I also never buy anything on Woodshed.
No. That's probably why she wanted to get you out of there.
Yeah. Because it's like comics who don't drink, they usually buy food, but they're usually fat comics. So it's like, I'm trying to not gain a ton of weight. So it's like,
True.
and the bars have the worst food, so they buy like burgers, or they buy chicken wings, and it's like with fries and like
they had hot dogs for a bit. Earlier, I got a chicken Caesar wrap from Circle K.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna die.
Jesus
but
Christ.
yeah, it's always the worst fucking food to stay in shape.
And it's like, and you want to support the venue, but it's like, I'm not trying to clog my arteries. Can I make it a couple more decades, please?
And it's hilarious how you're like, whoa, $6 for fries, and then you order it, and it's the biggest plate of fries you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
It's not even a plate of food; it's a challenge at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all the comics immediately just move over there. And it's funny because I just have a thing about sharing food.
Mm-hmm. Just
ask and maybe,
but
probably not. Honestly, not. Because I just don't like sharing my food. Go get your fucking food.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I steal mine from Chipotle sometimes. Dude, Daddy eats regardless.
That's karma from all those people's meals you stole.
It kind of is.
The universe is balancing itself out. It's like, let these comics take a couple of fries from you after you took somebody's burrito.
All my friends are the type of motherfuckers. Like my friend Cheez-It, my best friend. We'll go through drive-through and he's like, nah, I'm really not that hungry. And then I order my shit. He's like, damn, that sounds good. I'm like, get something. We can do a second order. He's like, no.
That makes me so mad. My fucking friend Dan used to do that in high school,
man.
where if I owed him money because I ain't gotten paid yet, he'll be like, oh yeah, I'll spot you or something, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, I don't really want to go see a movie. I don't get paid till Friday, and they'll be like, I'll spot you, and then like maybe a week later we hung out or something, and we would go to a restaurant, we'd order food, and then I'd be like, oh, do you want anything else? And I'll be like, no, that's it. I'm just gonna get a double cheeseburger at McDonald's. That's it. No fries, no nothing. And I was like, that's it. And he's like, yeah. So I go and I pay for it because I owe him money, and then we sit down and he eats a burger and he's like, I'm still hungry. He just grabs one of my burgers. And it's like, you owe me money anyways.
Oh, no. Cheez-It's not
and
that.
Like,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. He would do that. He's like, you owe me money anyways. Like, motherfucker, I told you, like, take my card and go order more. I told you, what more do you want? And you said, this is good enough. And he'd be like, yeah, you owe me money anyway. He just started eating it.
I hate that.
And I would be furious, bro. Fuming.
Jordan.
Because it's like,
I know Jordan will listen
I owe
to this.
You money.
You aren't that bad, but.
Yeah, because, and also Dan's a lawyer now. I hope you're not screwing over your fucking.
I honestly think that every
I hope you're not screwing over
your
your fucking clients as a first year lawyer. Being like, it's my money now. Whatever, you owe me money anyways.
I've never met a lawyer that I actually like. Really.
Shout out Uncle Chow.
Dude, honestly, like, I want to like him.
Yeah.
I really do. But every single time I see him, I walk into the room, he's like, oh, no. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
The thing about lawyers,
I just want to beat the fuck out of him, dude.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, in Minecraft.
The thing about lawyers is, like, I do get where you're coming from, and I agree on many points.
They're bad people.
And the reason why a lot of lawyers suck is because they work the worst job. It's a horrible job.
Yeah, they chose it.
They are they absolutely did. And they are sleep deprived, and they work a ton of hours, and they don't get paid shit. Mm-hmm. And the ones that do get paid well, they work 100 hours a week, and they sacrifice 10 years of their life so they can become partner at a law firm and retire. Mm-hmm. You know? So it's like not worth it.
I love it when
it's a horrible job.
Let's also talk about.
I think about all the comics that used to be lawyers.
Who's
or
the
went
worst
to law school
people to go out to like dinner with of comics? Because we have a couple who like we'll get sat at a table and they're like, "Oh no, I'm not sitting here," and then they'll go back up to the hostess like, "Hey, we want a booth." I'm like, why?
Yeah, booths are great though.
Booths are better. Yes, of course,
especially with big groups, and also
but just shut up.
Also, we'll hang out for hours. Sometimes.
What changes at a table?
It is just comfortability. And booths, it's like a nice sort of vibe. It's just you guys.
I get it.
Tables, they'll sit people around you a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And booths, even if there's booths behind you and in front of you, you still feel private.
I just don't like the booth because sometimes if I'm on the inside of the booth, I don't like that. I just like being able to escape.
Because you're a whale guy.
I'm a little guy.
You gotta fucking get in and get out.
I got to get in and get out, dude.
Wait till escape artist Seth.
I just, yeah, it just really bothers me if people are also like the type to send shit back.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, if I go out with
I've done that twice in the past year. I
anything,
already told you. I've done it the past year.
Right.
The past 10 years, I'm not doing it
Yeah.
again. It was a mistake both times. I shouldn't have. Either I fucked up my order, just take out the food and eat what you want.
Yep.
If you don't like tomatoes, if you don't
Yep.
like onions, you don't like pickles, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Take that shit out
Yeah.
and just eat it. Shut the fuck up and eat it.
The best
Do
people to
not send
go
it
out
back.
with, though, it's not that you're ordering the wrong thing. Sometimes you are at the wrong place ordering the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Like if you order a steak at Denny's and they ask you what temperature,
Yeah, like you did.
I just say cook it.
You guys-
I don't.
Seth, we went to Denny's once. Seth ordered so much food. He ordered
Oh, yeah.
like a breakfast platter with like
It was the
eggs.
lumberjack breakfast.
Yeah.
And then I also
And
got a
then he
side of
also got-
fries.
and then he also got a steak too on top of that.
No, I got a steak plate,
Yeah.
like steak and eggs plate, and then definitely added on pancakes or
Yes,
something.
you did.
I went
You
off.
added. He went all the way.
I love it when they ask me what temp I want my steak at.
Yo,
I'm like,
yo.
bitch, they got one temp.
Yo, look at those guys. Look how miserable they look. They got fucking 3 kids.
Oh my god,
3 fucking little demons, hellspawns.
dude!
You think
And they're all ladies too. You know that they're bad to women.
Oh yeah.
You know that they were bad to women in a past life.
You know they used to be in Andrew Tate threads. All right.
Oh, for sure.
Back before he popped years
Dude,
ago.
They were in
And then-
r/ human trafficking for dummies, which is just Hustlers U.
Yeah.
Shout out Austin.
It's like, they didn't want to come to a park
Yeah.
on a Friday afternoon. This is probably their last day of work. They're like,
Yeah.
let's go out. That's why dudes go so hard when they hang out with the boys, when they leave their families, because they're like,
I
this
have
is
no
the only fun I have.
I have no
It's
excuse,
work
though.
and it's the family, and
Yeah.
and neither of those are fun. And this is the only time I let loose is
Yeah.
when I go to a bar or go on a boys trip for 3 days,
Yeah.
and I get fucked up and eat horrible food. This is the funnest time I'll have. And it's like Aziz Ansari had that joke where he's like a boring married couple who gets like to go see a movie, a boring married couple with kids, and they get to go see a movie. Their most exciting night, it sounds the same as a dude who's having a threesome. He'll be like, so we went out. There was cheese everywhere. And it's like, what?
The fuck?
Yeah, I'm butchering it. It's from one of his older specials, but it's actually a
Yeah.
funny joke. But the whole special, it's actually his best
Dude,
special.
Aziz is
But
the
whole,
king.
But the whole special is just about like,
He got did dirty that one time.
he did.
Yeah.
And they fucking corrected it. Him and Chris
Yeah.
Hardwick, bro. I'm telling you. People, as soon as they find out, oh, this person is in the wrong and they got falsely accused, then it's like they get everything
But it
back.
was believable because they were definitely nerds who definitely didn't smash until they got success.
And he's one of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I get that. I
Yeah.
get that. And now you're hanging out with rappers and shit. So
Mhm.
you're just going to claw some bitches.
You literally have Jay-Z and Kanye's phone number. You're in their Otis music video.
Bro, even that could get you pussy. Just calling Jay-Z at 3 a.m. He's like, hello. And you're like, see? Guys, hello? He's on speakerphone. He's like, Aziz, stop calling me in the middle of the night, bro. It's 4:44 in the morning. I'm going to write an album about,
And also, what was I going to say? There's a German Shepherd that's running. Just
hell yeah, dude. Are you a big fan of dogs?
I don't mind dogs, but the thing
Okay.
is, like, a lot of people don't.
Are they a big fan of you?
No, I'm saying a lot of people don't train their dogs right, so their
Yeah.
dogs will just like run and jump on you.
Yeah, true.
Like, and it's like, it just takes a little time when they're a puppy. Like, you got to
Yeah.
train them to like handle commands and to not invade people's space,
Yeah.
and then reward them for doing that. But
Yeah.
people are just lazy. They're like, I just want a dog, and then the dog just like wrecks other people's.
Dude,
Or bites someone else's.
I'm actually
face.
pretty allergic to dogs. I never
you are?
thought I was, but lately I've figured it out because I slept over at Cole's house, and they have
Shout
a
out
pup.
to Cole.
They have a pup running around, and I woke up in the morning.
What kind of pup?
And I think a pit bull, and she's a nice little dog and everything. But I slept on a couch, and when I woke up, not only was I hungover, but I also forgot where I was, like in the city. And shit. I'm like, what city am I in?
You
What
wake up-
time is
yeah.
it? My phone was dead.
What
It was
decade
2 in
is
the
it?
afternoon. My fucking head hurt. My eyes were like
Yeah.
all puffy from the dog and shit and being hungover. It was
no.
one of the worst mornings of my life yesterday.
That's fucking terrible.
It wasn't even a morning. It was 2 p.m.
That's terrible.
And I
2
went back to my house, and my dad was like, oh, you didn't come home last night? I'm like, no, I stayed at a friend's. I didn't want to drive drunk and everything. He's like, that's very responsible of you. When in all actuality, I stayed up till 7 drinking. I was about to drive home.
No, you drove drunk to his house.
No, I didn't drive.
Cole's house.
No, I kept my car at Woodshed, so I did not drive drunk.
Okay.
But Cole was pretty
Cole
faded.
definitely wasn't sober. Yeah, that's for damn sure.
But if we were driving his mom's car back to his because his other one kind of got wrecked.
Oh, my God. I wonder how that happened.
Dude, he wrecked it and he ran from the car.
Of course.
So he couldn't get a DUI.
Oh, my God.
He just ran from it.
Yeah.
But
he doesn't want to pay that $4,000 for the fine.
Oh, fuck no.
Actually, I think it's more than that now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Arizona does not fuck around with DUIs.
It's a lot.
And it's hilarious how many people drive drunk and how serious they are about DUIs. Because they're like, they won't catch me.
People still do it.
I'm fucking speed racer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tokyo
I know
Drift.
so many people who've gotten DUIs. It's crazy.
Every time I put
Comics
my keys in
and
the ignition, I
non-comics
hear
alike.
Tokyo Drift start playing in my head.
Yes.
What was I about to say?
'Cause-
Oh, but yeah, we slept over there, and it was, oh man, it was. I was actually, I was thinking of driving in the morning. I'm like, the sun's up. I'm not fucked up anymore.
Mhm.
And they were like, no, and they pawed my keys away from me. Like I was walking out the door.
Who
like,
does- who does Cole live with?
House Comedy Guys.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. One of the bartenders, Zach.
Yeah, I know Zach.
Yeah, he's cool.
Well,
But
that's
yeah,
cool.
that was.
that House of Comedy crew is wild, bro.
It's
They're
the
all
Wild
the
West.
coolest people, and they all party like crazy.
They
and
party,
and
bro.
it's always been that way.
Yeah.
All the House of Comedy staff has always been heavy into just going buck wild,
dude.
bro.
And I overheard a conversation one
And
time.
also, House of Comedy does have a lot of shows. I do like.
Yeah, they
You
do.
could make a solid living at House of Comedy as a server, as a bartender, as a staff there, because it's not a big crew. They don't have a lot of people. I think total maybe 10, 12 people that work at the entire staff.
Yeah, they have like
And then
one
they-
line cook, I think.
Yeah, and then they work like 6 days a week. So it's like they're just making fucking tips. And then the shows are sold out.
Yeah.
Fuck
But
them.
it's also all gone. Because they
Yeah.
go over to Mellow Mushroom that
They
stays
go-
open
yeah.
late for them
Yep.
for industry bullshit.
And-
And then they
and-
just blow it all
They blow it
on
off.
fucking, on bullshit,
Yeah,
dude.
and they blow
On
it off.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one waiter that's like responsible and doesn't drink doesn't work there anymore because they probably made so much money. They're like, okay, I
Right.
can chill now
Yeah.
for a bit. But the rest,
Rio's
though.
working there now.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
good
yeah.
for him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What what happened to porn?
I
He was-
think
he was
he's still
killed
doing that.
Oh, okay. I mean,
What's the
that
name
wasn't-
under, dude? Let's
that
give
wasn't
him a shout out.
well. I don't even know what the name's under, but it wasn't like a main gig.
Yeah.
It was like he was telling me it was like, it's like something like.
I mean,
he'll do
porn
a
stars
scene a
really
week or
don't make
something.
much.
Yeah, it seems to be like a part-time hobby for him or something. I don't know.
It's a hobby.
It's a hobby, bro.
Some
people
people build
crochet,
model-
some people blow out hot chicks' backs.
Dude.
All right,
No, some people make model trains and other people
bro.
run trains on
bro,
models.
he showed me some of the chicks, some of the OnlyFans chicks, bro. Some
They're
babes,
bad, dude.
babes. One chick, what's her name? Allison Parker. Google Allison Parker. She's a babe.
Okay.
All right, that chick's a baddie.
I'll find the video, Doug,
Yo,
for free.
beautiful,
OnlyFans
Great
is
ass.
funny because, yeah, you can choose to
Holy
support
shit.
them.
dude. It's,
Absolutely.
it's 2 kids in a trench coat, bro. Look at that shit.
They're
Holy
dangerous.
fuck. What,
Only
were you
thing
trying
more
to be
dangerous is
adults?
3 short guys in a trench coat. Check out my new clip on YouTube.com.
Homegirls dressed like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when they're trying to disguise
Stop it.
themselves. Look at that. When they're trying to disguise themselves, they put on the fucking trench coat and the hat. This bitch is dressed like that, bro. What the
Bro,
fuck?
we can't. Dude, that would be funny if that was the entire podcast is people watching the podcast. And we just post up at a mall
Yeah.
and not get any fucking clearance forms for anyone
Oh
and just
my
put
God.
people's faces on the internet.
Oh my god.
Oh, man, that's fucked up.
Adam Ray used to do that. Where when he he's a comic. When he would go to malls and like places he was doing weekends at, and then he'd just walk around and he would do like a voiceover, and then he would pan the camera to a store and say starring in. He'd be like, Seth Balance plays a dirty cop who's under the gun to get a case opened. See him next week on Fighting with Minors or something like that. And it would be like a store called Fighting with Minors. And then he would do like 8 of them. And he'd be like, see them next time on buckled, you know. And
have you ever seen the guy in New York who's like, "Don't ever disrespect me," looking
that guy's fucking hilarious.
looking like a Kroger Sideshow Bob. Yeah,
bro, that guy's huge now. I love that guy.
He just blew up on being an asshole. Dude.
Yes, being just mean to strangers. Don't ever come at me like that, looking like a retarded Hey Arnold or something like that.
Or even kids, Don't ever disrespect me having the forehead of a. I forgot. Like, he got this one kid with something mean, and the kid started crying. I'm like, dude, this fucking 8-year-old.
He's such a douche, but I fucking love it. Dude, roasting is so fun.
But also, once you become that type of guy, and then, like, it's hard to approach you, right?
Yeah.
I bet no fans come up like, "Hey, man, I love you." It's like, don't ever come up to me while I'm getting my dollar slices.
That's why the best type of entertainer to be is to be like a villain actor who always plays a villain.
Yep.
Like fucking Mads Magnuson or Mads Magnuson. Or like he's I think Danish. And then or that guy, Marcus Strong, who's British, who always plays a bad guy. Because people are dumb enough to believe you're a bad guy.
Yeah.
So you could be like eating at a Chick-fil-A and they're just like with your friend and they're just like, let's not approach that. Yeah. But if you're like
James Corden,
you're James Corden or fucking Ellen, and be like, look at me, I'm dancing.
And it's funny how
you're just a cunt and you hate people.
Exactly.
Stories about Ellen have been around for a long time. Like,
I heard that Jimmy Fallon sometimes, like, he's fun, but he's also a boozer. Like, he really.
Well, he's sober now.
Oh, he's sober now.
Yeah.
Oh.
But when he was a boozer, I heard he was a great time.
Oh, he was a fun drunk.
Yeah, but he was the funnest drunk. Yeah, he knew like because he moved the show in New York, so like after like they were done shooting and stuff, he'd find like some subway bar that nobody knew about with karaoke, and it'd just be him and the writers and the crew, and they would just get fucked up. He'd buy everyone drinks, call them Ubers, and just be a great time.
Dude, it
was just too much.
I'm trying to work up the gumption to do some karaoke sometime because we'll go out with my coworkers and all of them have the confidence to just go up and sing songs and be like authentically like sometimes they knock it out of the park, but sometimes it's out of their pitch range or they've
karaoke seems like it's a fun time. I've never done it. I've just been around it.
I have a problem like looking like I'm trying.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what's so cool about stand-up.
For me, I would just turn it. I would try and be funny with it.
Because you can tell when people are trying hard to be funny on stage, it's not funny. You know, like when people are. It's the people who take their jokes way too seriously, and then they get cut off.
Really?
Like,
what are their names? No.
Bro, we know a couple of those comics, man.
I'm kidding. Already got canceled.
The ratios, bro. The ratios on the likes to comments to shares.
Bro.
The shares,
also,
if that gets doubled.
The level of shitty comics. Yo, Austin Stoudemire started a fucking revolution because
of posting the worst
he was really the one who started posting all these clips every week. He would just post these clips, boom, 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 and he would just do it every week, no matter what. Several clips, every open mic. And then other comics just started doing it. And it's not like he was the first in comedy to do it, clearly not. He was the first in our scene to make it popular, because now everybody does it. Now fucking 2-month comics who don't have 5 minutes are like posting clips, you know? And the seasoned comics are posting clips. And it's like, why? Yeah. And they're still doing these jokes. But to me, it's like, why? Like, they're not going to go viral. And
you know what
I
love
is be here.
When I see
is it for clout?
And they say something very wholesome on a stage, and they get a bunch of applause. I'm like, dude, hell yeah, man!
I want to start posting clips of just not jokes.
Wait.
Of just like me commenting on something ridiculous. Yeah. Specifically, that's not funny and has no punchline.
I love crowd work clips that it's all about insulting a person. And their physique and looks. Yeah. And I don't know what the person looks like. Yeah. Show a picture. Oh, I can't do that. I'm like, then don't post the fucking clip.
It's so ridiculous.
If you're doing crowd work in a situation and explain through the title or subtitle or subtext and context of the clip, then that makes sense. But if you're just saying, oh, look at this guy. He looks like a fucking, you know. He looks like Yeshiva on a Tuesday or whatever.
He looks like Peter Griffin, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. That worked in the room.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
Dude, people are honestly, I'm really, I hate stand-up. I love it.
No, you love stand-up. You hate comedians.
I hate the scene.
You hate comedians.
So much. I hate the scene so much.
Oh, the scene is dog shit. And it's only gotten worse.
Bad.
That's the thing. It's gotten so much worse. People who are new to the scene don't know.
Way harder.
Yes. People,
So bad.
well, also there used to be better comics. Like the
Everyone's
good comics
moving.
are just dying off. Not even just moving; they're just quitting.
But the hilarious
they've
thing
been
is now
quitting.
that we are good comics to the new comics, and
Yeah.
that's scary. Because
Yeah.
that means that
I mean,
people think we're good, and we fucking hate our shit so much.
dude, absolutely.
I don't think I'll ever be happy.
Not at all. And like, absolutely, it's so funny. And also, like, and that's what makes it worse is because like we know like our
doesn't
like
get
we ain't
better.
shit. We know we ain't shit. And so when other comics come up with bravado and confidence
Right,
and
right,
eat it with like a smile on their face, we're like, die, please die.